let's have a look at the Essential Rewards bonus. And there's some pretty cool new features in this bonus, which we'll cover right now. So when we look at this bonus, there's two criteria that we look at that need to be met in order to be able to earn this particular bonus. So the first criteria that we've got there is number one. It says the enrollee starts with a premium starter kit in their first month. In brackets, either a standard or ER order. When we say enrollee, that's obviously the person who we have just enrolled. So the enrollee has to start with a PSK from their very first order when they join Young Living. That the enrollee joins Essential Rewards with a 100 PV or higher order at any time thereafter. What do we mean by any time thereafter? Well, what we mean by that is that any time from their second month onwards. Now, we're going to go through some examples so that you can understand really clearly what this exactly means. Now, how much is the Essential Rewards bonus? The Essential Rewards bonus is what's called 15 PV. And then when you multiply that out by your peg rate in either Australian or New Zealand, you can see on the screen there what that equates to. So that there hasn't changed from pre-October 1st, 2019. The amount hasn't changed, just those criteria has changed. So let's just have a look at those two criteria with some examples to demonstrate how this works in practice. Okay, so let's have a look at this example. So here in January, the enrollee joins Young Living with a premium starter kit on a standard order. Then in February, they join Essential Rewards with a 100 PV order. So let's have a look at this example at if this meets our two criteria. So let's have a look at number one first. The number one is the enrollee starts with a PSK in their first order, in their first month. So that there is criteria number one, and we've got a tick next to that. They do meet that particular criteria because they started with a PSK. Okay, let's have a look at the second criteria. That the enrollee joins Essential Rewards with a 100 PV or higher order. Now you can see here in February, they joined ER with a 100 PV order. So fantastic, we get a tick in that criteria. So because we've got two ticks, that means that we're eligible to receive the Essential Rewards bonus in this example. Now I'll point out here, you can see that this person joined with a standard order. That's fantastic. They joined ER in their second month, in this case in February. And so you can see here some of the differences with the previous version, but we're just focusing here on what the new Essential Rewards bonus is. So that's one example. Let's have a look at some more examples. Now, before we go on, what you'll notice here is that this bonus is then paid out in March. So those two criteria that we ticked off were met. And then in the next month, which in this case is March, is when you'll actually receive the Essential Rewards bonus. So that's the first example we'll look at. Now let's have a look at the next example. So in this example, the enrollee joins Young Living with a premium starter kit and they started on Essential Rewards. And then in February, they had their ER order process with 100, which was valued at 100 PV. So let's have a look at those two criteria to see if they're met. So criteria number one, tick, that's met. They started with a PSK in their first month. All right, fantastic. So that's a tick with that one. Let's now have a look at the second criteria. They joined Essential Rewards, their Essential Rewards order processed in February at 100 PV. Tick, they meet that criteria. So we've got the two ticks, which means we're going to earn the Essential Rewards bonus. And when are we going to earn that? We're going to see that come through in the March commission check. So you can see there it says in March, we'll receive the Essential Rewards bonus. Okay, let's have a look at another example. All right, in January, the enrollee joins YL with a PSK and they're on Essential Rewards. In February, the enrollee's ER order processes for 55 PV. So let's have a look at that. Criteria number one, they start with PSK. Tick, we've got that one worked out. But look at number 2. Number 2, they don't qualify for because it was a 55 PV order. It was not a 100 PV order. So in order for us to qualify to receive this ER bonus, we need the 2 ticks to qualify for those 2 criteria, and we don't have the 2 ticks here, so we wouldn't receive the essential rewards bonus in this particular example. Any questions, ask them in the chat and we'll answer them at the end. Okay, now let's have a look at this particular example. Okay, it's a bit different this time. Let's have a look. In January, the enrollee joins Young Living with a premium starter kit on a standard order. Now in Feb, they just place a standard order for 75 PV. And look what happens in June. In June, they join Essential Rewards with a 100 PV order. Would you get the ER bonus? Let's have a look. So the criteria number 1, tick. They started with a premium starter kit. Fantastic. Criteria number 1, tick. Let's have a look at criteria number 2. We've got a tick. It matches. Why does it match? It's because here in June, they joined Essential Rewards with a 100 PV or greater order. So that means that number 2 matches. So that's pretty fantastic that they joined in January Young Living, and they didn't actually join Essential Rewards until June, but you're still going to earn the Essential Rewards bonus. How good is that? And you'll receive that Essential Rewards bonus in the next month, which is July. So you can see here how you can earn this bonus basically at virtually any time when those 2 criteria are met. Let's have a look at another example. Okay, this one, September 2018, the enrollee joins with a premium starter kit on a standard order. And then in, say, April, they place a standard order for 55 PV. And then in November 2019, which is quite a bit from when they initially started, but in November 2019, they then join Essential Rewards with a 100 PV order. So in this example, would you qualify to receive the Essential Rewards bonus? So let's have a look at those 2 criteria that we need to meet. Criteria number 1, they need to start with a PSK, which they did. So we got tick on number 1. So let's have a look at number 2. Number 2 is that they need to join Essential Rewards with a 100 PV or higher order. And they've done that. They did that in November 2019. So November 2019 was the first time they joined Essential Rewards, and they joined Essential Rewards with a 100 PV or higher order. So therefore, we've got the 2 ticks for those 2 criteria, which means in the next month, which is December, is when we'll actually earn the Essential Rewards bonus. Okay, another example. Let's have a look at this one. So in this example, the enrollee joins YL with a PSK on a standard order in Jan. In February, they join Essential Rewards with a 55 PV order. And then in March, their ER order processes in March for 100 PV. Are you going to earn the Essential Rewards bonus in this example? So let's have a look. Criteria number 1 is a tick. They started with a PSK. Fantastic. I'm sure you're getting that one pretty quickly. That's the easiest one to understand. Let's have a look at number 2. Does number 2 match or qualify for number 2? And the answer is no. And the reason for that is because if you have a look in February, you'll see when they joined the Essential Rewards program, their order was for only 55 PV. So that criteria number 2 means that when they join Essential Rewards, that it must be a 100 PV or higher order to get the tick next to criteria number 2. So hopefully that's starting to get a little bit clearer about the Essential Rewards bonus. Let's have one more really quick on this one. In Jan, they join YL with a basic starter kit on Essential Rewards. And then in Feb, their ER order processes with 100 PV. Would you qualify to earn the Essential Rewards bonus. So let's have a look at criteria number 1. Criteria number 1, nope, because they have to start with a premium starter kit. In this example, they started with a basic starter kit. So criteria number 1 doesn't match, which means we're not going to earn the Essential Rewards bonus in this particular example. Even though the second criteria matches, that doesn't matter. We need ticks in both of those criteria in order to be able to qualify to earn the Essential Rewards bonus. Okay, so the Essential Rewards bonus, we've gone through there and covered a few specific examples. And these are the 2 criteria that I look at and that I need to get tick boxes next to determine if I'm going to earn that Essential Rewards bonus or not.